Yay! Are you so excited? You are at the earth element. That means we're almost there. This is so awesome. So yes, this is module 5, the earth element. And this is about savoring and saving and storing and building up your awesome, juicy life force energy.
I love the earth element. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. So like when I see this, I'm just like, oh, I'm at home, right? Like that's how it feels. But this is really about just grounding in your truth and like who you are and like bringing that into everyday life, because when you feel grounded, that you feel powerful, right? And you feel sure of yourself and you're confident.
Yeah, I think so many times people, they may be stuck in this like, oh, I gotta create, I gotta do, I gotta go, that they forget to kind of slow down and really tune in and just enjoy what is.
Right. I think one of my major words that come up when I'm thinking about this is trust, right? When you're grounded and you're just like, you're connected into that, like that earth, that core energy that you can tap into whenever you desire by simply bringing in that grounding cord from the root chakra all the way down and just feeling that presence. It's like you can't shake me from my truth, right? I'm just so grounded.
Yeah, and when you're super grounded, you can take that thought and create something physical with it.
Right.
When you're really just too stuck in the upper chakras, you might be like, ooh, I got this idea, I got that idea, but then there's no action and there's no way that you're actually able to take this energy and move through in the physical world. So the earth element is super important in being able to manifest and create in physical reality.
Right, and I really think that bringing in that energy of the feet, right? So that's going to be like kidney 1 meridian, bringing in the Schumann resonance, like being able to just like, and that's kind of, we talk about like earthing, right? That's kind of like a new thing going on right now, is like actually putting your feet on the earth and just being able to like tap into that. I mean, that's where we came from, right? And it's such a blessing that we get to feel that, but also be connected up here.
Yeah, and there's this earth star chakra 6 inches below your feet. And just thinking about activating and opening that again allows that high frequency energy to ground into the physical earth. And it's also important to work through the earth energy. Well, there's the earth element and then there's the planet Earth itself. And a lot of us may have past life wounding from being on planet Earth. So for instance, it's like you came in and instead of having all of your resources met and all of the things that you needed met, it was like maybe you were deprived and you didn't get all the things that you needed to survive. So you'll want to go through and just heal that connection with the earth in general.
Right, and then, you know, we can bring back to that that ancestral influence of famine for me, right? Because that was like the depletion of earth.
Right.
And so that was a really big clearing for me. And what was fascinating about that is after that was cleared, I was actually able to gain weight. And that's something that I've really struggled with in this lifetime, is being too skinny. And so being able to really honor the earth and be grateful for what it has given me has allowed me to like not be so reserved in that manner.
And just taking time to put your hands in the dirt, in the soil, of course, organic soil, and putting your feet in the dirt. There's microbes in the dirt that really support your body and let your body, and I kind of think of our bodies almost like plants a little bit. Like we need water, we need sun, and we also need soil. So it's like when you take some time to just like touch the earth and allow yourself to really be in the earth, you're gonna feel this like new aliveness that runs through your body.
Right. When we tap into the earth element, we're also going to be working within the stomach and the spleen. So the natural consciousness of the stomach is just going to be about digesting life, not just food, right? We're this is a much broader perspective as we tap into Chinese medicine, and this is about digesting all the emotions and the experiences and traumas in life.
And you want to think about the stomach as like it's taking physical material in and it's breaking it up and allowing it to be usable. Like the food that's digested like becomes your tissues, becomes your body, becomes your cells and your reality. So all of those things are very earth elements. And the spleen really supports the stomach in that as well. And the spleen is also about your immune system. And when your immune system is really strong, again, it supports you in fighting for your reality and allows you to like be brave and being like, this is what I want to create here. This is me claiming my space, and like, this is me claiming my land, and this is what I want to do and what I want to create.
I think when I tap into stomach energy, it's always like, for me, it's very immediate. It's like when something's going on, the imbalance of the stomach is like, what can't you stomach right now?
Right.
You know, it's like a very immediate representation of your environment, including your mind.
Yeah. You know, I used to have stomach pains all the time. It was just like this daily thing, and I didn't even realize that I just wasn't allowing myself to just digest the moment and digest life. It was almost like I was constantly future tripping. I was like, ooh, what's gonna happen then? Is everything gonna be okay? And so instead of allowing that energy to be grounded in my body, I took that energy out and projected it into the future. So there wasn't enough for the present moment. So you can kind of reflect and think about when are times that you're doing that as well. So if you are doing the practice of projecting into the future, make sure you're super present in your body first, and then you're using the excess energy to visualize the rest of your week.
Personally, my stomach has always been a very sensitive area for me. As in, even just a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I had a near-death experience because I had gotten salmonella while I was traveling in Peru. And I received like very harsh, even illegal antibiotics that took away my stomach lining and, you know, all this stuff. But really what the problem was is I wasn't digesting an idea. Right? I couldn't decide if I wanted to move to Peru and leave my life behind, in a sense. And at that time, I didn't have these tools. I didn't have the awareness. And so I made myself so physically sick because I would not digest that.
And like when we have those ideas, when we're going back and forth, like that can become a very large psychic energy. And we have to strengthen the stomach to be able to digest that information, to ground that information, and just allow what's authentic and meant to be real and genuine to actually ground into reality.
Absolutely.
So we also have the stomach meridian, which is 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And so this is like the perfect time to make sure you're eating awesome breakfast, because that information, those nutrients, like that gets to support your body for the rest of the day.
And then working within the spleen meridian is from 9 a.m. to 11. Yes. And I love working with the spleen. The spleen for me is very feminine energy, and it's linked so closely to the lymphatic system as the master organ. And so as you're talking about it, it's a really good way to tap into our natural ability to detox.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there's also the element of worry for the spleen. So if we're over worried, it's like we're expending energy too much on things that we don't really need to think about. A healthy level of worry is, okay, I gotta get to my yoga class. Okay, I gotta get my green smoothie in. Okay, I need to get, you know, the right nutrients into my body. But when we're starting to worry about things that are out of our control, that begins to be a leak of our energy.
I think that we are almost taught to worry, right? Like as we worry about money, we worry about the lack and all this stuff. And so bringing back that natural consciousness back into the spleen, and then in regards to working within the stomach, that is how you achieve feeling grounded.
And when the stomach is super strong and that earth element is super strong, your stomach can support you in digesting parasites, and it has like the perfect balance of microbes. And so it's like there's all these affirmations you can support yourself with of like, I digest life fully, completely, and easily. I have a strong digestive system. And sometimes you'll feel like you're lying to yourself as you're saying those things, but just keep going until that new frequency is received, and you'll feel that your stomach is able to operate and digest in a totally different way.
I remember so vividly when I was having such a bad, after salmonella, and I was trying to heal from that, but not knowing how or whatever. And I heard the simple affirmation, I digest life with ease. And it was just like magic. Like all of a sudden, everything just calmed down. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And that is what actually propelled me into what I am today, was that one affirmation.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
powerful.
Yeah, so super powerful. And the last part I'll talk about with the earth element is, let's say you're someone that's been working through weight issues. Maybe you've had excessive weight for a really long time. You may be able to tune into your body and ask that you reduce the earth element, because that means its holding pattern is too strong, and So anytime when you're seeing something like you have the same routine over and over again, you can't get out of it, all of that is excessive earth element, so you can see if you can reduce it. Or another experience is if you feel like you can't build a savings, it's like it's just not growing, then maybe you don't have enough earth element, and you can ask for more earth element in that area. So you can kind of play around with different areas of your life with this element and this life force energy, this unique frequency of life force energy.
And I think it's so fun because it really is that simple as requesting like the earth element to be a little bit more elevated, right? It can be really as simple, and it's so life-changing when you just tap into that inner wisdom.
It's just ask and you shall receive.
Absolutely.
And we're just teaching you how to ask for more things, like ask for the right things.
Right.
Great. Thank you so much. We're so excited for you to get to play with this element, and we will see you in the next video.